What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Good morning, and free agency has started, which means you guys have been feeling the reaction videos, so there should be multiple videos throughout the day. And we're going to start, this is going to be a frenzy, but we're going to start with the two big early morning, like like 4 hours before I woke up and I have a goddamn kid, early morning signings. And first is the headliner, the biggest move, I think, of the day, because I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to announce where he's going, and that is Allen Robinson going to the Chicago Bears. Very, 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 very good piece of business there for the Bears. A 3-year, $42 million deal with $25 million guarantee. Matt Nagy, who got brought in for his offensive mind from the Kansas City Chiefs, has never had a wide receiver of the caliber of Allen Robinson. You know, he's had Tyreek Hill, a speedy guy, Jeremy Maclin, I guess, but Chris Con. This is a new dimension of the offense. If I'm a Chicago Bear fan, I'm very, very excited right now. Plus that contract for a guy like Allen Robinson who's coming off an injury, and before that was kind of coming off a down year, which, I mean, how much do you want to throw that on Blake Bortles? Probably a decent amount. I think it's a good deal, man. You know, ultimately you want to try to compare it to maybe Alshon Jeffrey if you're a Bears fan in particular, and obviously the deal's not as good where we get Alshon on a prove-yourself deal, and ideally maybe that would have been the pure best way to sign Allen Robinson, because you want to see what he has, how he's going to be able to recover from this. But ultimately, when you look at the Chicago Bears with Mitchell Trubisky, with that young core with Jordan Howard, they got Shaheen at tight end, offensive line is solid. It's a big time move, and people have been asking me, you know, who's your sleeper team for next year? And I said it after the Bears and Eagles played last year that the Bears already, I'm calling it now, are going to be my sleeper team for next season. Obviously, their division is full of killers. The Packers are going to be back with Aaron Rodgers. You got the Vikings that are looking to make a big-time splash at quarterback. But I think it's in terms of where they were from 2017 to where they're going to finish eventually in 2018. I think the Bears are going to be one of the most impressive teams because they look like they're getting ready to follow the mold of the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, it's not going to be Philadelphia Eagles 2.0. They don't have the offensive line. They definitely don't have the defense. But I think in terms of Mitchell Trubisky taking a big jump in terms of development from his rookie season to the next, could be somewhat similar to Carson Wentz. Like, I can see Mitchell Trubisky having the best season next year out of, like, the Deshaun Watson, the Patty Mahomes, like all these guys that are getting their new starting opportunity. I can very well see Mitchell Trubisky having the best season of the bunch. And I know Bears fans were really, really disappointed when Jarvis Landry got traded to the Chicago Bears, because that was almost like, or traded to the Cleveland Browns, because that was almost like the match made in heaven, right? It's like, oh yeah, clearly we're going to get Jarvis Landry. We're the Bears. We need a wide receiver. But ultimately, I think if you're the Bears, considering what Jarvis Landry is probably going to get paid, which is going to be a lot, maybe not a lot, but it's definitely going to be more than what they gave Allen Robinson, and what he brings to the offense. I mean, you have a slot wide receiver in Jarvis Landry. You can draft a slot wide receiver. It's much more difficult to get a guy that is proven on the outside, and that is what you got here in Allen Robinson. Because if you need to, Karen Meredith probably can play on the side. He's not really an explosive athlete to put on the outside. Former quarterback, high IQ at wide receiver. Much more of a slot guy, I think. I mean, I could be way out the back. I don't watch a whole lot of Bears football. But when I look at the skill set that Meredith has, probably better for the slot. And now you have Allen Robinson on the outside. You know, you could still go Calvin Ridley in the first round, but now with this signing, it opens up, for my opinion, what the Bears can do. I mean, all along, they might not have gone wide receiver in the first round, but for me, it was clear that they needed to go get a big-time playmaker. Now they kind of have that in Allen Robinson, so they're like a best player available. If somehow Quentin Nelson slips down there, boom, instant upgrade over Josh Sitton. Or sometimes you want to, you know, improve the back end. You want to improve the front end of that defense. Boom, you can make that deal. You can pretty much go best player available right now if you're the Chicago Bears. And, you know, hell, any team that's in that bottom stretch of 10, you might want to trade back because, you know, you could have the Bills on the outside looking in, wanting to get a Baker Mayfield, a Josh Allen, a Lamar Jackson, whatever QB slips. So I think this is overall a big-time move here for the Chicago Bears. And I think in terms of playmakers, there might not be a bigger one that's going to be in free agency at a skill position better than Allen Robinson. So you guys might have got the bell of the ball. And the other little bit of news is the best offensive lineman, Andrew Norwell, is going to the Jacksonville Jaguars on a 5-year deal, $66.5 million. The best offensive lineman by almost a mile here in free agency. And I just thought that was funny because so many Giant fans thought it was an instant lock that he was going to go to the Giants and help improve that offensive line so that they can go draft Saquon Barkley and be a lot better. And then the Jags just went in, you know, maybe a little bit of saltiness from Tom Coughlin, went, nah, you know, we're going to sign him. And the Jags, I'm not going to be if you're a Jags fan, I don't know how many of you are out there, but I don't think you want to look at your contracts like 2 or 3 years down the road, because it's probably going to be a pretty ugly looking cap situation, because, you know, over the last 5 years, the Jags have signed multiple top 10 free agents, but this is such a big get for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Much like the Chicago Bears, they are filling an immediate need right away by bringing in Andrew Norwell. The Jags really need to work on their offensive line, help out Leonard Fournette, help out Blake Bortles, definitely need to help out Blake Bortles, and they just went out and got the best offensive lineman. You look at their offensive line, Cam Robinson's solid, Norwell at guard, you got Brandon Linder at center. That is 3/5 of the offensive line that I think is capable at stars. Now you look at the draft, maybe, you know, maybe another starting, maybe a right tackle, maybe a starting guard. Whew. That line is going to be looking a lot better. And right now, I think you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars as the third best team, probably on paper right now, going into the season for the AFC. They may be trying to vault the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are a little bit of disarray. We don't know what's going to go on Le'Veon Bell. If that situation doesn't get cleared up, you may want to pencil in the Jaguars once as the team that's just trying to get as close as possible to where the New England Patriots are at. So ultimately, it's not a big flashy headline. You got to bring in the clicks here, but Norwell is an incredibly talented offensive lineman. Maybe the safest player that is a big name that you can land in free agency, and the Jacksonville Jaguars got it. So there you go, guys. Allen Robinson, Andrew Norwell, 2 big names off the board real early this morning. If you're a Bears fan or you're a Jags fan, let me know what you feel about either one of these deals. I think both great deals for each team. I'm sure we'll be back talking again throughout the day. So if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.